Yo, what's good, man? This is your boy at DFS Mastermind _ over on Twitter. Thank you for clicking on the video. I'm going to keep this nice and short. Today's date is March the 3rd. We have a 7-game slate. I want to hop right into it, let you know who I'm rocking with. And before I do that, I got to tell you, I'm in bounce back mode tonight. I have been struggling all week to cash on DFS. And I try to audit myself all the time, man. I always try to take a look at my process. I go back, look at the winning lineup, see what I'm doing wrong. And one thing I noticed, I've been trying to get way too contrarian, man. Like, that's one thing that's been killing me. I've been trying to go for players who are just super low owned, and it's not always the smartest thing to get contrarian. Now, it is a good situation if we can find players that are in lower owned spots, but they have to produce, man. And I've been going with players in low owned spots that have been stinking, man. It's been terrible, but we getting back on track today, so I'm going to go ahead and let you know who I'm rocking with. As you see up top, I got Mario Chalmers coming in at 4,500, taking on Orlando. This is the best point guard matchup on the board, man, on the slate. I think Mario Chalmers is going to be super safe. I don't know if I think his ownership percentage will still be pretty high. Some people may get off the wave just due to the fact that they raised his price $1,000. But I'm going right back to it, man. I think he's going to dominate tonight. Taking on Orlando once again is the best matchup DVP wise, man. I use Fantasy 5x5. And they have Orlando is dead last as far as giving up fantasy points to the point guard position. So I want to go ahead and attack that spot. Very cheap price tag, man. We're looking for about 22 fantasy points to go 5X, man. So I think he's more than capable of bringing that value back. Moving on to shooting guard, man, I got Isaiah Thomas for you, 5,500, taking on the Spurs. This is one of my favorite games on the slate. I really want to attack this game. I know we have some value from both sides. We can take a look at Gasol for a pretty cheap center, maybe Rudy Gay, Bertans, Joffrey Laverne. We got a few options, man. But we know for the Lakers, Brandon Ingram will be resting in this game. He plays big minutes, so that's going to increase some people around him. And I think the players it'll impact the most are Isaiah Thomas and Kyle Kuzma. Now, my thinking behind Isaiah Thomas, I think he'll get more minutes. I think they'll slide ball over to the 2 guard some. I think Caldwell Pope could play a little bit of the 3. I think Kyle Kuzma can also play the 3. And then, of course, he'll get his backup power forward minutes. So I'm very intrigued with these players. I think they have very fair price points. And this game is pretty high, man, for a Spurs team. This is a pretty high total. So I'm definitely intrigued with this matchup. I want to get me a few pieces out of it, and I'm going all in on the potential value. I know a lot of people will do one-offs with value plays, but I like that if I can get multiple players from one situation, if I can get a player and that player's backup, I'm definitely down for that strategy because a lot of times a lot of people will go with one player from a good situation, but it could be the backup who actually is getting the work, getting the fantasy points we're looking for. So I'm down with Isaiah Thomas and Kyle Kuzma in this one. Kuzma's been playing around 28 minutes. I think tonight he will get up to the 30-minute mark. I'm not sure if he starts this game. I don't know. But one thing I can tell you, they don't have Corey Brewer. Ingram is out. And I'm missing one more player, I believe. But they're going to be pretty shorthanded, man. So they're going to have to get creative with their lineup. And I think Kuzma is going to be a big part of this game tonight. So I want to go ahead and lock him in. Then moving on to power forward, we got James Johnson, 4,500. A lot of people, they're going to sit there and just drop. They're going to drive themselves crazy trying to decide which one of these guys they want to go with. No Bam Adebayo. He plays a little bit of power forward and center. You take him out the picture and we're getting down to less bodies. This is the type of situations I love to attack. So I'm going to get James Johnson and Kelly Olynyk, and I'm going to run them both out there with confidence. Like I said, we're only looking for 22 fantasy points from these guys. And we just seen Gordon have a monster game. Gordon is super athletic. We can get James Johnson to play that role for us. And then Gordon can also stretch the floor. He's a three-point shooter, and that's what Kelly Olynyk is good at. So I think we can run both of them out there with confidence. Not sure who will get the start. But, man, I feel very confident in these two guys. Another guy that would benefit from that situation would also be Justice Winslow. Now, I'm not the biggest Winslow fan, but if you need a super cheap guy, he's worth taking a look at. But I much rather have these two guys. That's pretty much it, man. I want y'all to focus up today. Make sure you stay up on your research and late news, because we always can have late news coming out. I think Willie Cauley-Stein is questionable. We have a few more pieces that could move. But as far as right now, these are my top 5 value plays, man. I want y'all to bless up. I want y'all to cash out. And let's get to the green line, bounce back mode, man. We got to take one down tonight. Let's get it.